Feeling lethargic? Feel like you can't get out of bed? Have you not had a bowel movement in 3 days? Did you eat something you shouldn't? Fret no more. So basically today I want to talk about the meal that is my go-to meal in Seoul for when I'm feeling down or I've eaten something I shouldn't have. I need a bit of energy, and trust me, after this meal that I'm going to have, everything, you'll feel like $1,000,000. You'll feel like you're going to go climb Namsan directly afterwards with no hesitation, no worries. And that meal is the hummus and roasted squash salad. Basically a green salad mix, and then there's a shit ton of hummus dumped on top with olive oil. There's cherry tomatoes, there's roasted pumpkin squash in there too. It's an agave mustard dressing, and it's amazing. Now, I also add tempeh in there for some protein. Tempeh is basically soybeans that have been kind of collected together, and then it's fermented into like a brick, high in protein, complete amino acid profile. Soy is good for you regardless of what idiots say. There's no estrogen in it. Dummies. So that's what I'm getting for the food, and then I'm getting the Power Green smoothie. It's basically banana, peanut butter, spirulina, chia seeds, soy milk, and cacao nibs. Spirulina is like a green algae, super high in fiber, not fiber, protein, sorry. And so I'll show you when that comes. It's amazing. I always feel like super impolite whenever I film in restaurants. Not because I film other people, which I'm not, but just I probably look like an insane person talking to myself, even though everyone knows I have a camera. I still look like this weird guy talking into the ether, into the void. Anyway, tempeh. Soybeans, coagulated by fermentation into a brick, high in protein, delicious. As a good Canadian, the finest of all breads, rye. So, super simple. The bread has been toasted just enough so that it's still warm. It's not overly toasted so there's crunch. There's still a pillowy middle, crunchy outside. There's enough salt in the hummus just to be noticeable, but not too much. Amazing. Hemp seeds. The amount of fiber in this dish, I can't even imagine. It has to be super high. The hummus with the tempeh, the hemp seeds, and the other seeds in here. Not to mention all the vegetables, and also that, but... Copywritten songs roasting on an open stereo. Congrats. My last video, David Byrne from the Talking Heads. You're going to take any sort of profits. You're going to get all 70 cents of the profits from this video. David Byrne of the Talking Heads. Some Christmas. Although, are these songs so old they're public domain now? That's a good question. I'm not sure. Anyway, I've reached the actual salad portion of my dish. It's a agave mustard dressing. Agave, for those who aren't aware, is a kind of cactusy type of plant from Mexico, New Mexico, all down that way. And basically the sap, the syrup that comes out of it is sweet. And obviously vegans can't eat honey because it comes from bees. There's no shock there. But this dressing is it's like 80 honey mustard, 20 Dijon. For those who are worried about the spiciness of a Dijon, I wouldn't worry about it. It's so, just present. It's not overly sweet, though, like a honey mustard would be either, so it has almost like that sweet honeyness, agave flavor, without being like candy. And there's just the tiniest bit of like that horseradishy Dijonness of a mustard in there. It's really nice. Don't be fooled by a salad. I'm about 80% done, and I'm not full, but it's deceiving. You'll be plenty stuffed after this, full of good foods, minerals, and vitamins. But yeah, people think salad, they think light, and it is light, but there's a decent amount of bread, tempeh, and hummus in here too, so keep that in mind. I should also note that they actually have beer here too. I'm not getting any right now, but they do have some Magpies, they have a Geek beer, and a couple of Arcs. It's all Korean craft stuff. It's in cans in the fridge, so there's no draft. But for those who think that, when I think of vegan restaurants, I certainly don't think of drinking. That's just not where my mind goes. But if you do want a beer here, they got you covered. Alright, I'm across the table. This will give you a bit of more of what the restaurant looks like. Again, I don't want to film people. the polite Canadian inside me cannot die. But I usually save this for last as a dessert. I'm not a dessert guy, but I feel like I want that salad to go in, you know, settle in my stomach a bit, and I don't want to overload it with like liquid. There's enough liquid in the vegetables anyway. So you can see the little cacao nibs on top. Actually, sometimes I drink this before the meal. I've actually let it melt a bit. It's actually much easier to drink now. Banana and peanut butter. What more could you want? I asked for bacon to make it like a real Elvis special, but they said they didn't have any bacon in the bag, so kind of disappointed. Oh wait, we're at a vegan restaurant. Anyway, this is great. Yeah, when it's not so cold, it actually goes down a lot easier than when it first comes on the table. So you may want to let this sit for 15-20 minutes anyway. Let's go climb a mountain. Whew. Well, I'm done lunch and I feel fucking brilliant, man. So, I will say, the lunch there is not cheap. Now, a common complaint amongst foreigners in Korea is that vegetables and fruits are expensive. That's part of it. You know, these are not, you're not getting kimchi cabbage, you're not getting the radish that's used for kimchi that would be grown here in the billions. You are getting fresh, good, high quality ingredients. And they are making everything themselves. The hummus is homemade, the tempeh is made by them, the bread's baked by them. So with the smoothie and the tempeh added to that salad, the entire cost was 28,000 won, which I know is not cheap, but I feel like I can run a marathon right now. That's what I'm paying for. Yeah, I just feel brilliant. I woke up this morning at 10 a.m. I didn't feel like 100%. I knew I was going to make this video today. This wasn't something I decided to do today. I had already planned on making this video to tell you about this dish that just makes me feel like $1 million. But you know, I'm full of vegetables, I'm full of fiber and protein, I'm full of green, chlorophyll plant goodness, and I feel amazing.